Morning everybody, Tim Football Vagabond. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all enjoying the Club World Cup. I've got more enthusiastic and more excited as the latter stage of the tournament start to come. And that's because for me, it's all about the quality of the goals. Some of the goals are absolutely fantastic. A couple of real good goals by Harry Kane for Bayern against Flamengo, and what an absolute stormer by that lad Gerson. What an absolute fantastic goal. So Tim Football Vagabond, been involved in football all my life, and never got to reach the dizzy heights of the Ange Postecoglou's and the mighty Pep Guardiola. Having said that, the amount of resources that have been thrown at Pep and Manchester City over the last 10 years, absolutely unbelievable. And any coach, to be honest, any coach with half an idea how to coach football couldn't go wrong. Yeah, looks like he's got a whole new backroom staff, good on him. Looks like he's got so many players now have been coming in. He's just running through the players like there's no tomorrow. And to be honest, I could do I could talk for ages about what's the job of the coach. Is it just to acquire the best players, yeah? Or is it to actually coach the players that you've got? Because not every coach in world football can have the resources, for example, like Manchester City. And they'll be a force next year in the English Premier League, absolutely. So, the question is, what's coaching all about? Coach the players that you inherit. So as you go into the club, you've got a group of players, you have to coach them. Is that not the skill of the coach? Right? Or is the skill of the coach to motivate the board or the owners, or to demand from the owners or the board, I want players, I want this, I want this, I want this. And then that becomes another layer of coaching, I suppose. Or is it coaching? Demanding players, because then that goes down into the recruitment side of the game, and people who are recruiting. So it's not necessarily just the coach alone, it's the people recruiting and the overseas connections and networks. So where am I today? So still in South Perth, and just creating this little one today, this little vlog. And so it's South Perth, not too far from where I live, and just going to go and do some shopping here. Anyway, I get distracted pretty quick looking at the traffic. So the Club World Cup Championship. Do I think it's going to probably keep going? Yeah, I do now, because again, the amount of money that's been sloshing around in the game. And it cannot fail. Looks like FIFA have got their way. They wanted a Super League, couldn't quite get the Super League, but they've got this. So this is probably the next best thing, and who knows what's going to happen. Maybe it'll morph into the future. There will be a league, but that goes back to another question about, again, I just relate to some of the top coaches, and Pep being, for me, one of the best, one of the finest coaches. But he says, I only want a squad of 26 or 27 players, because I had to leave players at home last season in the English Premier League. Well, how's he expecting to play these volumes of games? Yeah, players are not robots. This has been said before, and I just wonder whether, somebody like, for example, Kevin De Bruyne, who was quite outspoken about players' health and safety and welfare, in terms of being pushed to play more and more games. And you cannot have your players performing 60 plus games a year and expect them to be always 110%. I mean, I've played the game for a long time, and the thing is, I could probably say nearly the majority of the games you play, you have some kind of injury, might just be a bit of a niggle, but you were never ever 110% for every single game. And so, you know, again, the mindset then, it plays on you. Am I going to be okay this game? Can I? And then you start the game, your adrenaline flows, and away you go. But that still doesn't alter the fact that the expectation on these players to perform at the highest level week in, week out for 60 plus games, the intensity and the actual demands on the physical demands on the body, and the emotional, mental, and all the rest of it. Anyway, that's enough said. Yeah, I don't know the extended highlights from last night, because again the coverage is not very good here in Australia, in WA, and but if City didn't get knocked out, and that's why I said I haven't seen the extended highlights, I would say they're going to win they'll win this Club World Championship, and then Pep will be a happy boy, and things will be all back to how it was for him and the City empire. And okay, so again, thanks for watching. So, just a quick shout out, yeah, and it's all about the goals. Remember, that's part of the topic today. Is you're going to miss the coaching topic. You're going to miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, and if you don't take it a chance or an opportunity and you leave it for somebody else, then you pass that ball to somebody else. Okay, they might not fancy it either, and so they don't take a shot, and so the opportunity is wasted. So remember, it's all about goals. I'll listen to people. I'll listen to goalkeepers, midfield players. So it's all about us, and it's us. We're the ones who people who create the opportunities. Yes, fantastic. Hey, and we're all part of a team. You know, every player's part of the team. But it's the person who puts the ball in the back of the net on a regular basis. That is for me the key ingredient to win games. Otherwise, it finishes a 0-0. Pretty simple, really. Okay, so finally, if you want to be a good footballer, reach out, get in touch with me. I can make you a better footballer. I can give you the knowledge, the tips, and any experience that I've had, I'm happy to share with you. Okay, it's not going to cost you anything, but you need to get in touch with me. All right, so Tim Slack, Football Vagabond, yeah, over and out. God willing, see you next time. Bye for now.